Out of this latest expansion, Slowking is one of the cards that I've been most excited to build a deck around. Litter is a very unique attack. For just one energy, you can discard up to 2 Pokemon tool cards from your hand. If you discard 1, Litter deals 50 damage. If you discard 2, Slowking's 1 energy attack delivers 100 damage. This energy to damage ratio for a non-EX card is unheard of. On top of that, Slowking boasts an outstanding HP stat of 130. I'm a big fan of Slowking's design. Let's compare him to Exeggutor. Given how both Pokemon stats mirror each other, Slowking may come off as a strictly superior version when compared to Egg, yet this is not exactly true. Unlike Exeggutor, Slowking requires fuel every single time he attacks. The moment you run out of juice, his Litter attack is useless. Exeggutor's damage output may be considerably lower, but Exeggutor can theoretically attack endlessly. Having a Pokemon surpass standard damage thresholds at the expense of consuming your cards is an excellent way to establish offensive diversity within Stage 1 evolutions. Designing a deck around Slowking may seem rather straightforward, yet the reality is, it's tricky. Logic dictates the more tools you run in your deck, the more fuel Slowking will have to fire off overpowered 1 energy attacks. Yet flooding your deck with tools leaves you with little to no space for other cards. And the reality is, while Slowking is beyond impressive as an early game attacker, most competitive decks will be able to eventually retaliate back hard. The longer a match goes, the more vulnerable Slowking becomes, as you will run out of juice. If we take the opposite approach though, having too little tools will take away from Slowking's offensive presence. If you incorporate this card onto a regular water deck, you'll find this Pokemon underperforming. The key is to land in that sweet spot, to run a strong amount of tools to feed Slowking's Litter attack, while pairing him with a powerful heavy hitter to end the game. This is how you play Slowking. Today's deck aims to unleash tremendous damage via Slowking early by building up tools in hand, to then dump all of our excess energy onto Palkia for an endgame Dimensional Storm. Having access to a fast 1 energy slash attack to pick off weakened Pokemon and Dimensional Storm to blow away a big EX threat makes Palkia the perfect teammate for Slowking. The game plan is simple. We lead off with Slowking, utilize Traveling Merchant to thin our deck out of tools as we build up fuel for our all-powerful Litter attack. We score a point or 2 this way, and meanwhile build up all of our excess energy onto Palkia for a 1-hit KO finish. We run a total of 6 tools in our deck. This way, our Traveling Merchant will draw us 2 tools on average. My playtesting has shown that this number of tools is the sweet spot for Slowking to unleash unfair amounts of damage early, without overcrowding our deck with them. We leave 3 slots open for supporter cards that help us correct bad openers, hunt down damaged Pokemon, and ensure the KO on EX threats. This Slowking deck feels amazing. Our card distributions allow us to capitalize on this Pokemon's unfairness while having a backup heavy hitter to seal the deal. What Pokemon should I put the ground next? You decide. Leave a comment down below and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free. Free is good. Have a solid day. Enjoy the games. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Here we go. Let's play some Slowking, as we have the Slowking evolution already. But refreshing us against Electric. I wouldn't mind seeing an Oricorio lead here that can immediately kill, or that, because I only need to discard 1 tool to get rid of that. Let's go ahead and go for the Professor's Research. Hope they don't red card us, because we have so much fuel here. Oh my god, just don't red card me, please. We may have to resort to a Giant Cape if they pass over the energy to Shinx, because Luxray deals 120 damage. Let's go for the Pokeball first before we use a Traveling Merchant. We find Palkia. I think I'm gonna have to resort to the Giant Cape to make sure, because that'll put my HP stat to 150, which allows me to survive a Volt Bolt, which will deal 140. But before anything, we're gonna go for the Traveling Merchant, pick up some extra tools. We need that ammunition. We find 2. Very neat. Drop that Palkia down. Evolve. Like I said, equip 1 Giant Cape to put us outside of range. And we litter. And we're gonna be discarding one Rocky Helmet. For 50 damage. Knocking out the Pichu. And guaranteeing if they have the Rare Candy Luxray combination that they won't be able to knock us out. There it is. And Pokemon, that means they have no Volkner as of now, just another Pokemon in hand. But that call is everything. That call is absolutely everything. Look at us barely, just barely surviving. As now we can start building up energy onto our Palkia. And I'm going to go ahead and go for a full hit here. I'm going to litter twice. Going to drop the Giant Cape and the Poison Barb here. To put that in range. They have to top deck Volkner. And if they do, they're still at range for Slash to kill them off. The issue is I can't touch Oricorio. As they pivot. As they pivot and they build up the Oricorio instead. Okay. I think we quite clearly Cyrus here. How do we navigate around this Oricorio? No. We preserve the Cyrus for the Luxray. What am I talking about? That's how we solve the problem. We just knock out this Pichu. Why am I derping like that? We litter. Drop that Rocky Helmet. And score another clean kill. While Osiris will seal the deal. Clutch Giant Cape placement right there. This game would have been completely different without it. Always have to assume for the worst. Yep, they're going to pivot into Oricorio and they're going to knock out Slowking. And they think they're safe. They're not. They are dead. And that's how you win the electric type matchup with Oricorio to counter our Palkia, ladies and gentlemen. Easy peasy. Slash him. Clean. TG Novri. Good debut. Round 2. Going first. How about that Slowpoke lead? There we go. With the Traveling Merchant. Really? Again? Electric type again? Okay, it's a Raichu this time around, though. But Oricorio should always be expected. I'm gonna go for the Pokeball. As we pick up another Slowpoke, we're gonna drop that down. And we're gonna Traveling Merchant. As we pick up 2 tools, which seems to be the norm. Like, whenever you go with these distributions, that's like what we tend to hit on average, which is tremendous. It's tremendous value. But we get red carded, of course. We get red carded, and that's a massive deal. That is unfortunate, though. There's another Traveling Merchant. Okay, let's go for that Pokeball, which will thin the deck out of that. And let's go for the Merchant again. Try to overpower this red card. Come on, here we go. Come on. Beautiful. Refueling. As if nothing happened. Energy. Evolve. Time to litter. I'm gonna drop both Poison Barbs here. they bullet again. But we live. We topped the professor's research, even though we didn't need it to finish this, and we build up the Palkia. That's what it's all about. We litter. And we drop one Giant Cape, exactly what we need, capitalizing on Raiku's slightly lower HP. And that's 2 points down, 1 to go, ladies and gentlemen. We have just enough HP to be outside of bite range, despite its super effectiveness. Another Raikou goes down. And I am but 1 tool away. Never mind. Again, these Giant Capes are not really making a difference. Like, they're not really doing anything here because of the way we strike, like the damage output that we have. We've already played 2 of these. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna keep the Giant Cape in hand. Because I may need it for Raikou. As now it's just about building up towards that Dimensional Storm. They found the Luxray. We need to be very careful with it. They Cyrus me immediately. How many tools do I have left? I have 3. I carry a total of 6, so I have 3 more. There's a Professor's Research, which means no Volkner this turn. And I'm trying to set up a lethal from both angles here. And now it's just about finding another tool. Another tool. 4 tool. Oh god. It's a 66% chance for us to do so. I believe. Here we go. I believe. Come on. Hey! Let's go! Litter! For the win! Oh, back-to-back electric. Defeated. Oh, yeah, that makes this deck feel so legit. Oh, that was sick. I mean, the odds were in our favor at that point. Like, we just drew so much. Because Traveling Merchant does an insane job at thinning your deck that you actually draw through all this stuff. And that's my alarm. Wait. It's good timing. What was I saying? Yeah, that was insane. Back-to-back electric type wins. Let's keep going. God damn. Round 3. This time we're going second. And finally, we face off against something else. Darkness this time around. We got that Slowpoke lead, which is what we want to see. Miltank, okay. I may equip Rocky Helmet. I may very well equip Rocky Helmet. Because it's a very powerful tool against Miltank. We have 5 tools left in the deck, so I could lead off with a Traveling Merchant, to be honest. Oh, this is probably our deck. Now there's 4 tools left, but I'm still gonna go for it. Even though we only find 1 tool, it's still worth it because it thinned out our deck, and our draws weren't going to lead to a Slowking, which is what we want to find. We Water Gun, and we put the Rocky Helmet in. That was a good Traveling Merchant because we weren't going to find Slowking anytime soon. There's the Giant Cape. The question is, do we have a potion as well? You have healing, okay. We hit it back with the Rocky Helmet. Let's see what we find here. There he is. Easy. Now we go for the Professor's Research. And we place that second Slowpoke in there. We evolve. Energy on to you. As we litter these two. The key thing is finding Palkia. We still have 2 Pokeballs left in the deck. Seems kind of odd with only 3 basics, but we really want to be able to thin. They don't attack us. Finding Palkia is key. And there it is. So even if they don't attack with Miltank, it's still we're still gonna do it. We need to be able to wear this down. We've already used 3, 4. We have 2 tools left. And that's 2 Giant Capes, which means the moment Darkrai comes in, we just knock it out. The key thing is killing this Miltank is actually quite problematic. Like if they have a healing now, if they have healing, we're in trouble. We've gone through all of our tools, unfortunately. Okay. I was vulnerable there. I was just thinking of ways I could do, but if they had more healing, like it came down to that. If they had the second Whitney there, we lost. Because we just ran out of gas taking down the Miltanks. Like they played well. They didn't attack into the Rocky Helmet, and taking down 2 Miltanks for this deck and then having the Palkia ready afterwards is easier said than done. I basically had to be in a position where I had 6 mana on Palkia, right? So I could fire back to back, but I just could not get there because I didn't find Palkia earlier. So it just came down to that was rough. I mean, Miltank Darkrai is a very good combination, and we were definitely vulnerable to that. But we got that plot armor, baby. Let's keep going. Okay, going second. Trying to elevate myself a little bit because sometimes I'm like crouching like this and not good for the camera. We got that Slowpoke lead. 2 tools in our opener, unfortunately. Our best openers are like less tools, because that means we can fish them out with Traveling Merchant more effectively. And we want to find our evolution pieces quickly. Yeah, that's not good. They evolve into Espeon. And they have Corsola. We need that Slowking. We need that Slowking ASAP. Come on. I think it's worth going for a Poison Barb. Dropping 1 Poison Barb just to have this lingering effect on this Espeon that can weaken it. But it's not looking good for us right now. As they pivot away. Interesting. Interesting play. This is where red can come into play. I'm gonna go for the water gun. Because getting this Corsola poisoned is a way to navigate around it. As they go for Sabrina, okay. Our game plan is simple. We gotta build up this Palkia. Traveling Merchant, but it's just not what we need at this moment. Oh my goodness. Okay. Big yikes. I'm trying to see if there's a way around this. But I don't think there is. I think we have to roll into the Galarian Corsola. I think we gotta believe in Palkia's ability to dodge this. Because we have this surprise red. I'm not even gonna equip the Rocky Helmet because I want to bait the Sylveon in with my Giant Cape instead. But none of that matters. Because 140, I mean, I could theoretically just not attack. Nah, screw it. Screw it. I believe we'll be fine. This Superior's Body won't come through. I'm a legendary! I'm a legendary! Exactly. That took some balls, honestly. Yeah. But see, I'm baiting this in. I'm baiting this in for the surprise red for the win. Because they're going to be healing and they know they're going to be outside of range. And that's exactly what I want them to think. I just need them to not attack my hand. As they heal and they swing. Right? Yes. And we red for the win. Surprise, mother. I never get tired of beating this deck. This deck is everywhere. I mean, not this Galarian Consola version is somebody trying to be a little bit edgy with it, but this Espeon Sylveon nonsense is just so prevalent. It feels really good to beat it. Final boss, here we go. Going second against Water. Okay. Well, we got the Slowking. This is a really nice hand. The kind of hand that you want to have with this deck is essentially the lower amount of tools initially, the better, because that makes the Traveling Merchant allow you to thin your deck more consistently. And obviously, there's nothing like a good old Pokeball Professor's Research in the opening hand. But on top of that, like having the Slowking already, just gotta watch out for red card, which Suicune can easily play. Gotta be wary of this. There's a Magikarp in the back. I wonder what kind of Gyarados they're playing. Pyukumuku. Okay. And the Professor's Research. Okay, strong opening. Strong opener for their double Pokeball into Professor's Research is always amazing. With the Suicune in the front, they're just going to be drawing like crazy. Okay, they're debating playing another Magikarp down. I would assume this is the Gyarados deck. Like the two energy Gyarados. I'm just hoping for no red card. That's the gist of it. Let's go for the Pokeball first. Get that second Slowpoke. That's very neat. Let's go for the research now. And see. Leaf. Palkia. Okay. We're going to go ahead and drop all of them. As we Water Gun. We're dropping all of them because we don't want to get destroyed by a red card. Like, we want to make sure that, you know, the cards that we're finding, we're able to drop them. They do play that kind of Gyarados. They're building it up, so they're setting up a Leaf play instead. But that may require them to dump their entire bench, because Slowking is that thick. So we got to keep that in mind. Ah, man, if only I had one more tool to play with. I'm not going to attack. I'm not going to throw away a tool for 50 damage when it's likely that the Gyarados is going to come down. If they want to knock us out. Need to discard all of them now. And in the meanwhile, we are gonna litter. In retaliation. Still have 4 tools in the deck. A Traveling Merchant would be one hell of a top deck. They need to... Like, my Slowking has just enough health to force them to sack 3 more again. And that's easier said than done. They've dropped a lot here. They've dropped a full-grown evolution. Obviously, Fisher can get some of them back. But let's see how many. 1. Just 1. Just 1. That's 2. That's 3. See what they do. That's what I'm assuming. They're sacking those 2. I can leaf into a slash. I can leaf into a slash. But that makes me take some damage here. We still have a lot of tools though. I'm gonna do this. Because then I just need to survive 2 attacks. And without a bench, my Palkia is just too thick. And I do play Cyrus. So I'm gonna take this approach. There it is. There's a Cyrus. So I'm in a red just so that I'm not vulnerable. Like, I don't encourage them to red card me. As they fishing net. Okay. Drawing that Cyrus is everything. Because they sequence quite well, honestly. Like, they did... This was pretty slick piloting. Now they're going to pivot into Pikumuku. This is why the Cyrus was so important. So incredible. Otherwise, I would not actually kill the Pikumuku. I would stall until I drew it. Because the moment I kill the Pikumuku, I'm just at range. But ladies and gentlemen... We take it. Oh, baby, we take it. Spring the storm. The power! Oof, clutch. Clutch game. Very good game, honestly. Really cool how Suicune empowers Gyarados in that way. It's a really, really cool deck, honestly. It was getting annoying, but that just shows that it's a good deck, right? Like, their interaction with their discard pile, like, they just recycled so many things. Suicune allows them to just not draw out of gas doing it. It's a really cool archetype. Honestly, it makes me want to explore that, you know, because I have uploaded a deck with Gyarados, but I didn't have... I was playing Corsola, you know, and Suicune seems a lot better for that role. And the Rocky Helmet was annoying, too. I think Rocky Helmet is also a very important consideration given Gyarados' damage output, right? But the fact that both Gyarados... It seems kind of weird because Suicune wants a full bench, but Gyarados destroys it. But with Fisher, you can actually afford that. It's a pretty dope idea. But what's dope, what's even doper is your boy SLOWKING. Really, really happy with this build. It did exceptionally good in today's session. I really think I found the sweet spot with the amount of tools without them becoming overwhelming. Like the first time that I ran into a SLOWKING deck, they had literally like every tool in the game and nothing else. But you definitely need a way to follow up after SLOWKING, and being able to dump all your energy onto Palkia for a final Dimensional Storm to win is the way to capitalize on SLOWKING's early pressure. And I really like that. Traveling Merchant is an insane card in the right deck. But like any other deck, it is vulnerable to some bad openers. You know, the worst aspect of this deck is drawing too many tools at the beginning, rendering your Traveling Merchants worthless, right? And I think the more questionable card in the deck is red. You can definitely justify replacing it for Guzma, because ultimately, you know, especially that Miltank game, I would have been it would have been so much easier if I had Guzma instead of red. So keep that in mind. And that's pretty much it. That's enough yapping. Love you. Have a soul day. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.